Hi guys, welcome to this tutorial on paper 2, the 2021 paper, AQA English language paper. So I'm just going to start by, if you've not had a chance yet, to have a read through of the full sources. So that's source A, which is the biography from 1980. Sorry, this is my language question stuff I've just been looking at. And then you've got source B, which is your 19th century text, the 1868 Sweets. Okay, so presuming that you've had a chance to pause that and have a look through. Right, I'm looking at question 4 today, which is, it's a tough old question, this one, isn't it? But this is your comparing perspectives question. And so you're looking at the whole of the texts, and we're looking here about the different attitudes to sweets. There are loads of different approaches, different advice to this. You could look at sort of all the points of view in source A, and then all of the points of view in source B, sort of explaining the differences as you go. That might be the easiest approach to this. Do one, then do the other, and say how and why it's different. Alternatively, you can kind of do a zigzag approach, and you can kind of go A, B, A, B. It's up to you, and I think you need to trial different ways of doing this. The thing that I would try and advise you, it's 16 marks, so you are going to be spending best part of 25 minutes on this. But if you can do sort of 2 detailed comparisons, that's enough to get full marks. And really, I don't think you should be trying to kill yourselves to do too much more than that. Remembering that for this question, we need to identify and explain what are their perspectives, or I'm just shortening it here to their points of view. You need to have evidence, so you need quotes realistically. And with that, you need methods. The methods can be language, they can be structure, they can be other things like the tone of voice, the humour. And as if it wasn't hard enough, you also need to compare by saying how and why one's different. So I'm working on the assumption that you've read the extract, so I'm going to show you my attempt at this and sort of talk you through how and why this would be a grade 9 response. So I'm starting off with source A, and I'm sort of identifying what James's point of view is, his perspective. So I'm saying in source A, James's memories of the sweets of his youth. I don't know why I put youthful there, apologies. The sweets of his youth feels nostalgic and joyful. So this really is the perspective or the point of view. I'm going to back that up with where's the evidence that it's nostalgic and joyful? Well, it's through this. So his hyperbolic description of the fantail toffees paired with the evocative sensual depiction of sublime and majestic taste of chocolate shows that for him, sweets were a huge part of his childhood. So I've got here method because I've mentioned the hyperbole, and why not reuse something that you've used for your language question? Absolutely. The same examiner won't see your question 3 as will see your question 4, so I see no reason why you can't just entirely recycle something you've used. So I've got examples here with the sublime and majestic, and then I'm also expanding and analysing really that point of view, back how and why it's then a big part of his childhood. He details the chewiness and the stunning explosion of flavour. This metaphor, so I've got another method here, reflects that sense of delight and wonder that children have, especially when they experience confectionery. As an adult reminiscing, he acknowledges that the sweets were bad for his teeth, but only in a humorous, light-hearted way. So I think it's no bad thing here to kind of almost establish who the writer is. He's an adult writer looking back, and that fits into this idea of, the writer and the writer's perspective is one of looking back at his past. Only in a humorous, light-hearted way. This comic celebration of the allure of sweets So again, this is just a sort of embedded way of saying what his point of view is. And in this sense, I've just got an embedded quote. I haven't gone in to talk and zoom in on it particularly. But I want to now at this point bring in a comparison. So I'm saying it's contrasted with source B, which has a more scientific, detached perspective on the hazardous nature of certain sweets. So this is the part where I am comparing, and I'm flagging up nice and clearly by using a word like contrasted and using a more, or it could be a less or a different, but I'm showing that that point of view is different. And then the noun poison and noun phrase copper toxins. So I've got methods, even though I can't write, and I've got examples, as well as the bleak declarative. So a declarative is a structural method. No doubt many young children were absolutely killed by the sweets, is a stark, appalling image and reflects the writer's dismay that such dangerous items are available. The writer even directly addresses parents to beware the potentially poisonous ones. So I've got some more embedded quotes here. And I've got, when I talk about the writer's dismay, I've got, that's a point of view, isn't it, to feel dismayed about something. This is then, I'll just sort of zoom back out so you can see the full thing. This is one comparison that I've done. I would aim for this question to do two, purely because the mark scheme talks about comparisons. So I think you've got to do it more than once. But I would, you know, if it was me, I would then zigzag back. I'd make another point about source A and compare it sort of with that contrast to source B doing something different. So this question, it really like pulls together all your skills. Can you sum up, can you summarize a point of view and a perspective? Can you find methods and examples? Can you analyze them? And also, can you find differences and make comparisons? It's really tricky, guys. And so like you have all my respect and admiration for tackling this question. But remember, it is only 16 marks out of, you know, the total 160 that you've got across your two language papers. So wishing you the very best of luck with this question, and you know, why not have a go to see if you can kind of carry it on. Okay, best of luck, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.